Every team tells a story. It might be about why they exist, what they stand for, or where they're going. But here's the catch. If your team's story isn't the same one your stakeholders are telling, you're headed for trouble. In this video, I'll look at how to build a shared narrative, a story that connects your team and its stakeholders in purpose, trust, and direction. Hi, I'm Beth Strathman. Welcome back to my channel. So just what is a shared narrative? A shared narrative is the co-created story of why your team's work matters, what success looks like, and how your team benefits its wider stakeholder system. It's not just your team's mission statement. It's not just your stakeholder goals. It's the alignment of both. Without a shared narrative, your team can end up rowing really hard, but in the wrong direction. With a shared narrative, you have focus, buy-in, and momentum. So, why does this shared narrative really matter? Well, team coaching pioneer and expert Peter Hawkins talks about teams needing to serve both their organizations, their companies, and their company's wider system of stakeholders. The shared narrative is the bridge that makes that possible. So here's the impact of getting it right. One thing is stakeholders trust that your team understands their world. Another thing is your team feels seen and valued for the bigger contribution that it's making. And everyone can point to the same North Star even when conditions change. But when narratives don't match, you'll see mixed signals, wasted effort, and stakeholders who quietly disengage. So how do you co-create this story with stakeholders? Well, first, just start listening. Ask stakeholders how they see the purpose of your team. Don't correct them, just listen. Second, compare and contrast. Have your team articulate its story as well. So where do the stories align and where do they diverge? The stories between your team and your stakeholders. And three, co-create the storyline. Use the overlaps as your foundation. Then negotiate the differences until both sides, your team and its stakeholders, feel ownership of that story. 4, keep it fresh. Narratives aren't one and done. Review that story every quarter or when the environment shifts to ensure that it still rings true. So here's your takeaway. Strong teams don't just tell their story. They share it with stakeholders. Weak teams assume everyone's already on the same page. Your challenge this week is to ask a key stakeholder to describe your team's purpose in one sentence. Then compare that with how your team would answer. The gap between those stories is the space where your shared narrative work begins. If you found this useful, subscribe for more leadership insights and tools, and visit my website for more information on how I work with teams. Remember, when your team and its stakeholders share the same story, you don't just align, you amplify your effectiveness. Till next time, keep leading with clarity, courage, and collaboration.